like a blight, bright sight, wise try, pride, height, delightful appetite, excite, sensible, tight, dispensable, visible, direction, right, rubble, like times, enjoyable, and like I white your cable, sip the rhythm barrel on the table, a simple set of mirable, to the thoughts questionable, when I do this, how it begins to begin to exhibiting what I recorded with, listening, opening my mind, joining myself in that time, learning with other ways, designing meanings when I'm absorbing in some positioning what it means to me, disciplining when I can't think, creatively thinking my mind's fatigue, should I quit, then I work and scream and find what drove this in the first place when I began that 13 shit, now I'm back with the feedback, this the bit come back with a playback, so I can't relax after an upset setback, cold hat, what's that on his back, a backpack, fire up my jet, pack up, pack, unpack, so much feeling, doing hitting, be feeling the strength, reach for the ceiling, evident falling, looking for lynches for putting yourself up, I'm calling someone struggling, you're never feeling, never settling for less, clean for better, strive for what you want, better than that person in the mirror, who holds your identity, that entity is reality, remember opportunity, the only impossibility exists in irritability, it's a strong little trend, you asking where have myself went, I know to an extent, face that mirror when it's time to vent, hold up your index finger and point to your apartment, your heart, and plant it and silence your establishment, and ask yourself, what's more? What's wrong? For the feeling, don't rush to get away from it or look at it any different, because through it you leave your fingerprint and only being human, my man. A few thoughts. This right here is a few thoughts. A few thoughts. This right here a few thoughts. A few thoughts. This right here a few thoughts. A few thoughts. A few thoughts. A few thoughts. These people sitting never move forward. Looking for just for putting yourself up. Someone struggling, you never feel it, never see it for less. Clean for better. Strive for what you want. Better than the person in the mirror who wants you to see that reality. Mirror opportunity. The only impossibility exists is irritability. Send it. Stay strong. Where myself went. Face that mirror. When it's time to vent. Hold up your index finger and point to your apartment, your heart, and plant it in silence, your establishment, and ask yourself once more, what's wrong? Feel the feeling. Don't we all get tired? Let's go. Who's back? Teacher. Staring in the sky, watching time passes by. 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 Everyone about the future, never past. There's a door to depression for some of us, but I tell you what I've learned. The only good part of thinking back from how far I come. Can't ever right my wrongs, or is it the myth I believe too? Cause I believe with every bad choice there's a reason why you're allowed to experience the consequences and the hurt that lies within 2 to 3 or more people that got to actually see. And seeing is the same we're hearing, because we all have similar stories. Everyone is blessed with the gift to write or tell the story. And comes with bravery, never be afraid to be you. Staring in the sky, watching time passes by. 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 Can you hear the suspense and the word intense? Or in a sentence, maybe like the incense, I need some romance. I can't admit I'm sick of a woman's absence. You can see his independence, your beautiful eyes lock me in a trance. Stay the smell of your fragrance, always in remembrance. Comes that smile with the look of my eyes, bring a blush that never stops every day. That tells you exactly what I'm thinking. All I know is closer to the end of summer comes fall to winter. Getting out the shovel, salting down the coast. Boots, hats, and mittens. I can't wait for Christmas. Watching Mason open his presents, candy canes. Hung on the tree, on the midst of blinking lights to see. Staring in the sky, watching time passes by. 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 TJ, Seven Thunderstorms, baby, in effect. Cheer. Mama. Is there anybody out there that feel the same way I feel sometimes? Afraid to grow. What's up, TJ? Don't be afraid to grow. I know locked in your mind behind everything you got to experience before becoming the being you are today. Sometimes it can hunt you, creeping, making you feel like a bad guy or that inner child, and you still speak, making you feel like you're nothing, or because of the loneliness where sometimes out at the end of the day it's like it's no one to talk with, but use that time to grow. Continue doing what you do when you do it great, taking care of every responsibility given to you, plus you accepted it too. Wasn't afraid to take on life no matter the circumstances dealt or the feelings you feel. Look in your son's eyes every time. Don't be afraid to grow. 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 You know what, Mr. Harris? Sometimes I am afraid how far I came. And my mistakes will always be replayed, or afraid because of what I can do. I don't want any praise. I don't even credit myself for anything good I do. I'm just another man that exists. I'm not the best, neither the greatest at anything I do. I'm just being the best I can be. After talk, anything to responsibility to writing songs. I'm afraid of having music as a career, losing my family and who I am. And due to what goes on behind we do not see, I'm afraid I'm giving the standard I now have to live up to, but better yet I'm not at all, cause I'm here to do what I need. Don't be afraid to grow. 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 Be you. It's who you are. It's who I am. It's a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. The pinnacle of my time. Gets mental local with rhymes. With a nickel 2 dimes. And 25% fuck up the lines. This is my day-to-day life. See my son every Sunday, get Mondays from Tuesday through Saturday. Work, scrubbing dishes, clean. Back at the house, writing and record the music. Share them on my YouTube channel. Flip the panel, stare in my journal. Hit my freaky thoughts, play over a little. Try to switch the dark, no need the examples. I'm trapped somewhere deep in my mental. Whenever I struggle to say what I do to that body over these instrumentals. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This a day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. Write a passage, I need the full dosage of your love. I'm about to love your body like I've never done before. And softly caress, yet slowly undress, with my lips pressed against your back and neck, while your hands rub my chest. Ease your stress, take my time, caressing your breast, cause that the needs is bye. I'm like, forget what's on my mind, I'm supposed to say, right? The thought, it's just like a hair that doesn't go away, I swear. So just prepare, cause I can't wait. The tongue kiss, soft, whispering your ear. See that look in your eyes, I swear it turns me on more. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. This my day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. A day-to-day life in the pinnacle of my time. See me every day, everywhere I go. What I be saying? I really even say that word no more, no. Now it's pancakes, breakfast. Let them know what my favorite breakfast is. My storage space never running out. 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 Lucy's brain capacity, train density, explain velocity. plain gravity, rain quality, pain anxiety, champagne obscurity, remain opportunity. Grow, scope, indigo, hope, pillow, hello, examine, so imagine the report of running out of space. Replace space with a database in a place locked with a key, whiskey down my face. Karaoke displays inner psyche race. Break out that comfort zone, effort shown, headstrong, ding dong, ping pong. And mama take off your favorite dong to your favorite song. What's on my mind? Would you believe me if I said it's clear? I'm pushing myself to finish a song, working on my wordplay, my dear. So I just lived something to keep your attention, I swear. I think I broke free from my thought atmosphere. My storage space never running out. 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 Re-engineer, process appear here, access clear, process re-engineer appear clear, access weird, in progress the way I express Rainier, the objective in which activation of his imagination where the operation holds the information I generate in this creation of radiation from the field application, inspiration, and shines from concentration, formation, the needed sensation of a woman's participation, aspiration, and collaboration during this dream relaxation, restoration from her visitation. Wait, I need my baba to easily translate as I sit, my brain meditates from its push to generate. I motivate myself away to finish so I can rejuvenate. My brain's a bit fatigued, the team with me is seen when I'm slow to think the dream, lay it down to return thinking. My storage space never running out. 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 DJ. Look deep enough, what do you see? Look deep enough, what is it you can see? Look deep enough, what do you 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 see? Trees clinking, having a good time. During one night, thinking in times. Just wanna melt in the existing pain. The thoughts of a person I can't explain without a tear falling from his face, in which I try to contain, sustain it, drain into entertain, migrate his brain. Was you ever near a pain, smelling blanket about to burn, laying in flames, or stay near a woman that can hurt you in any intent to sway your way? Any plan she carried, believing she was just a pill on meth. I swear at some point she was under the spell, and this was taking place during my homeless days on drugs. I got to experience hell. I'm trying in my attempt on my way back up to help others with children. She was a Latina sister, I don't say names, not in the push your buttons, just listen. Look deep enough, look deep enough, what do you see? 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 He may not got his education, honestly, don't want a reputation. Confession, good man with vision for a better living. So my attitude isn't for mistaking, meaning don't we all have them? I just know mine isn't something I like to show you. Or next, patience comes so much discipline. So when I'm talking, please understand me in communication. Social isn't a skill I function. Don't like confusions. You fucking right, I need a companion, cause I swear I'm like some orphan to my family. I keep trying to look at it some other way, but it points back to my reflection, and I appreciate every good, from forgiveness to the love I'm giving. Able to be alive, breathing, working with a roof over my head. In bed, I can rest my bones in the shower to wash my body. I don't need much, I got a son, missing a woman with the love I'm good with. Shit, look deep enough, what do you see? 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 Look deep, see that you can see. I'm not to see. Look deep enough, what do you see? Ride with me. Anywhere around the city. Anywhere around the city, ride with me. 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 Notify, unidentified, decide, aside. No, notified, inside, identified, outside, satisfied, yes, next. Provide the amplified sound, clarified, found, occupied with what? Sitting in the passenger next to you, ready to take the wheel. Sitting in the drive-thru, order the meal, seal his appeal, reveal the feel. I would like to order 2 double cheeseburgers, large fry and the medium fry. McDonald's thereby, hand him the butt as he reaches we eat. You know a honey bun is always my treat. And TJ, I greet you, complete repeat. You know your honey bun is always my treat. Now take a ride with me of your choosing, anywhere around the city. Ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me. Anywhere around the city, 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 ride with me. Habit, study, portrait, carry, interpret, journey, reinterpret, need, target, speed, minute leads, poet believes, release differently, really, no difference apparently, but I feel constantly, only your family can take me away from this book instantly, do spending time importantly, a woman and baby, and no maybes, this isn't but is a hobby, if it makes sense, another way to express myself when I'm alone, I can care less about beating on, in handheld microphone, sweatshirt, mirror, lip syncing, held cell phone in pocket, release his stress when he's mad, I guess. After this ride, what movie being selected? Another horror one maybe. Ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me. Anywhere around the city, 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 ride with me. 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 Anywhere around the city, come ride with me. Anywhere. Yo, chill. TJ, who's back? Time to release. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Stress relief for the time to release with a peace. Bring a peace of mind to increase that comes to the sleep. After a long day, your work, we're looking like what's next. The week of a paycheck, written in context. We're in the house, relax, but what is it to do? Living fast, run into trouble. Trouble doesn't have any interest in myself, hoping to be understood to the time of events. Been a minute, I've been sitting quiet, waiting for my motivation to speak, inspired all week to put together something unique. In a peak of what? To let you know what's on my mind. In this time, I tell you. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Space in your mind as we think we find what's in front or behind as we wind. That's how designs every the moments we share together everywhere, every day. I never click conscious. There is patience, comes to focus with a difference from the distance of a thought in the instance. To keep a balance, the importance. It teaches discipline with a rhythm and adrenaline. Thinking of your choices, of which comes the circumstances from promises, the consequences to the purposes. I think even with a clear mind, without a thought, I try to silence everything to hear which way to walk. Time to release, with a peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, with a peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. Time to release, when the peace, bring a peace to increase. 7-Eleven. Why do I feel so low? Why? Why do I feel so low? 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 Artistry, reading poetry, sitting symmetry, a symmetry of all the necessary theories. Gotten certain chemistry, cake and ice cream, Halloween screen, nightmare daydream. Read a mag, draw a zigzag line, designs that shine. Never an excuse, whichever loose, however use, whatever produce. Still, I can never come to describe my low vibe. Sleeping isn't something I'm willing to do in the moment. Working on my adjustment, because in alignment has a fragment on advancement, the fulfillment of my nourishment. From music, the feeling set, and the question asks why. Your answer remains, I don't know. Maybe just one of the days we get to experience alone. Why do I feel so low? 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 Fuck it, I take the feeling for the strength that's about to come bursting forth from it. I take the feeling for the smile that's about to shine through it. No matter am I feeling grateful and blessed, joyful, the only thing you're getting from it. I have answered my own question. What's the feeling of something that doesn't exist in you? We've been here in different times, and it can't get any control over you. Neither can anger, so we boldly stand up with the look to give the ladies in your eyes. I'm off work, yes, I'm ready to finish this project. 7 Thunderstorms and we get another one. So easy, pick your head up, look in that mirror near your son's picture, fuck a frown, smiling I always be. Why do I feel so low? 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 Exist in me. I said the feeling don't exist in me. The feeling don't exist in me. Love, the feeling don't exist in me. 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 Love, the feeling. Temporary the feeling. Temporary the feeling. Temporary the feeling.